My name's Marcus, welcome to my channel Zen Fortune Cookie. Today I'm doing a flip through of the Sirius Tarot. I bought this on Etsy. It was a fairly speedy delivery. Obviously with Etsy it's an independent card stock, so it's quite pricey, and so is the postage. Came with this piece of selenite. It's quite a nice touch. Probably most people like to buy their own piece of selenite because I know what we like, fussy. Came with this sort of hessian bag, which is not bad, and no box, but it comes with this cover piece. It's a blank, so I'll pop that there, so you can see the back of it. I'll leave it there. And then came with a little small guidebook, so I'll do a flip through of the cards and then I'll discuss them a little bit. They seem quite a chunky pack. I mean, if I go to one that everybody's got, that one, it's the same thickness as that, which isn't actually that bad if I'm honest with you. And let's have a look at the cards. So I'm comparing it to the Gilded Tarot Royale. If you have a look, the cards are a little bit wider and a little bit taller. Now the Gilded Tarot Royale's not a bad card stock for, although a lot of people complain about it, it's actually quite good for shuffling, but it is quite thin. And I will say, in my own opinion, and that's only my own opinion, that these are extremely thin. They're plastic coated, they're very glossy. This gold here is just in the picture. There's no gold or anything like that. It's got the keywords on it, which is quite nice, and it's the reason I bought it. It's got the astrology down there, the keywords and the elements, and over there as well, in case you do it upside down. This is just a picture. The pictures are nice. That's actually what drew me to it, is the pictures. The cardstock I'm not that impressed with because it's quite hard to shuffle, but they'll probably be very durable. I mean, if you spill water on them, you can wash them, that's about it. But let's go through. Okay, so I'm going to start with the coins. Let me just get that out of the way. Two of coins, the 3, Five of coins looks a bit depressing. Six of coins, very much pleased, sir. Can I have some more, sir? So they're nice pictures. Some of them are extremely dark, but I mean, the artwork's what drew me to it, and I do like the pictures that was used for the back of these. Our page looks a little bit disturbed there. If you look, you can see the horse is very dark. Also, the helmet seems a little disproportionate on that. But other than that, not a bad deck. That I like, except for one thing, that dove is upside down. See, a lion represents the angel. See what I mean by the colours are quite muted? If I bring that right up, let's put it this way, you can rely on the writing sometimes, and then there it gets blended into the background quite severely. I don't know if it's supposed to be in styles of different artists. People could tell me in the comments if it is. That appears to be a very similar night, if I'm honest. Our King of Cups looks like he's had a couple. His face is quite red. Okay, Wands. Obviously very much based on the Rider-Waite. He definitely looks a little bit overburdened. He hasn't even managed to get that lot off the ground. Our Page. Our young man of good stock. Our Knight. Here to save the day. Our Queen. And our King. And back to the swords. Okay, the light writing is actually a little bit difficult to read in a reading. The pictures are familiar enough in a lot of them and light enough to read as what they are. And obviously they stand out. I mean, that's a really nice Three of Swords. What's weird is the thickness is different in some of the cards, and it feels like some of the cards are one card and some of the cards are two cards. It's a bit weird. But I think that you would notice normally when you're shuffling or using them. It's just I'm noticing it now when I'm doing this. Okay, our Four of Swords. Sorry, I don't know how I got my Five of Wands in there. Oh, there you go. There's a Five of Wands. Sorry about that. I put them together earlier. I must have overlooked that. So I'll pop that there anyways. Five of Swords. Oh, Six of Swords. Kind of like that one. She's on a beach and she looks up. The sun's coming up. Let's put it this way, she better look up before the tide comes in, otherwise she will be having a worse day than she is already. Page of Swords. Our Knight. The Queen. And the King. He looks a bit tired, doesn't he? It's like, phew, I've had enough for a while. And then to the Major Arcana. So, the Fool, I like the way the dog's scratching him. Like, how are you? Give me some attention. The Magician. Our High Priestess. The Empress. The Emperor. The Hierophant. The Lovers. Weird. That's the only card that seems to have a symbol of Leo or one of the astrologies in the background that's strong. The Hermit. The World. Personally not sure of this World card. I like elements of it, and then it's got this very lackluster wagon wheel, sorry, in the middle of it. Dragon wheel, hello. Dragons on the mind. Justice. The Hangman. You know the names, so I don't know why I'm saying them. Our friend Lemort. Temperance. I like the swirls around Temperance and the little bubbles. So the Devil's an interesting one because you can't really see him, but you can. It's definitely a castle not built on solid ground, as it were. The Star. I like that moon card. In fact, this is probably what drew me to this deck, is that moon. It's so luminescent, or luminous. The Sun, it reminds me of Virgo in the sense that you've got these shafts of weeds. However, which is an interesting angle for the Sun, because I consider the Sun to be more a Leo card. But anyway, harvest time, as it were, the Sun, so I guess that's fine. Judgment. And the World. So, like I said, cardstock is fairly flimsy. I find it difficult to shuffle in some ways. I'll show you. Just because it moves so fast, but because it's very bendy. But actually, you can shuffle it as long as you get the right angle. I'll be honest with you, it took me a little bit of practicing, you see what I mean at the end there, but to get that going. And you can see there's a lot of give in these cards, but they work. I can't complain about it. Then the next bit, the book. Okay, so I've been reading through the book. I like parts of the book, but I wonder where it's from. I don't mean, and that's just because of some of the things inside here. Okay, let me go into this. I think it's the King of Wands. The King of Wands set an alarm bell in my head because I thought it's quite a well-written book. Let me read this to you. What a wonderful day the King of Wands promises, and what a wonderful image he is in his Shadowscapes version of this card. Shadowscapes, okay. And then she describes it a bit. Sorry, Shadowscapes version of the card. emanating your magical and fiery energy from his very person, communing with those around him through his mind tools. Okay, the book's actually very nice, but suddenly I'm like, Shadowscapes? Why does it mention Shadowscapes? Is this a shadow? This is not the Shadowscapes deck. So is the book from Shadowscapes? I have no idea. To be honest with you, that was like one of the only things I didn't like. I mean, to be fair, you can see I'm reading through all the descriptions in the book as well, just to see what it says and if there's any new information I can pick up. But other than that, not a bad deck. Not at all. And if you're tempted by it, head on to Etsy and get yourself the deck. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this. Have a good day. Bye.